But one question. I know you talked a little bit, Jim, about keeping manufacturing jobs here. What's your position on these companies around here getting tax abatements, state assistance, and everything else, and then building their own facilities, not just outsourcing any longer? They're calling it insourcing. Building their own facilities across the border in Mexico and shipping work down there.
I had lunch today with the director of the Topeka Chamber of Commerce, and this point came up about how in the world to deal with all this competition that's going on between states and within states, between communities within the states. You know, where you've got states that are pouring out a lot of money to encourage businesses to locate within the state, and then you get within the state, and then the counties and the cities start competing with each other for new business development and job creation. And what you're talking about is a sort of the next step of that, and that is after you make the tax abatements available, then they move part of their production operation offshore or down to Mexico someplace. Yeah. Well, we've got to get a grip on that. Okay, I don't know exactly how to do that, but you know, there's got to be a way to have a clawback provision, as they're called, so that, you know, if you're moving jobs offshore or moving jobs to Mexico, perhaps you have to return some of the tax abatement that you got to entice you into that particular community or into that particular state. You know, and every one of those arrangements is different. So, for example, you might have tax abatements for property taxes, tax abatement for sales tax, tax abatement for state income tax for a period of years, and it's related to the number of jobs that enterprise is creating within that state. So there are all kinds of ways to negotiate those arrangements so that if you do decide to move jobs to Mexico, I don't know why you wouldn't, in the negotiation, be required to return some of the tax abatements at least. But I mean, this is a function of what the states are doing primarily. It's not necessarily a federal issue, but the states are negotiating these deals. And he was telling me today how Kansas is not very competitive compared to other states, and how states are literally appropriating hundreds of millions of dollars and giving the governors of the states the authority to decide how that, you know, $100 million is going to be, you know, handed out to businesses that want to locate in their state. It's pretty amazing stuff. You know, it's pretty amazing.